Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I want to give a little bit of a review about the monitor that I got on Black Friday for $190 US, which includes tax. Now, the monitor was listed for, I think it was $170 on Black Friday, and I actually got it for that price, and the MSRP of it is actually, I think, $350. Since it is an ultrawide, the prices of them are still pretty high. But overall, gaming on an ultrawide monitor is insane. It is, you have to try it for yourself in order to really decide for yourself. But overall, the monitor is very good. Now, just a little forewarning, the colors of it, and this is only because I have another IPS display, the colors are a little bit on the warmer side by default, so I just turned up the blues and that fixed that right there. And also because I'm coming from a glass display to a matte display, the colors are not that vibrant, so what I did is I went to the NVIDIA control panel and actually messed with the vibrance in there. Now, overall, the monitor is very good. The specs of it are 5 millisecond response time, 75 hertz, and 1080p ultrawide, which for those of you that know resolutions is 2560 by 1080. So if you look at 16 by 9, which is like the normal widescreen, it looks like just a regular rectangle. But if you look at something that is 21 by 9, it looks very cinematic, and that's why most cinemas actually use some form of ultra-wide. Now, usually, at least movies that come out on DVD are in the 21 by 9 format, but I know the actual cinema quality, or the cinema aspect ratio, is like 1.35 to 9 or something. I don't know, it's some weird number. I don't remember off the top of my head. I just remember there was a decimal in one of the numbers. But yeah, that's not really important because that's getting off topic. But overall, this monitor is very, very good. And yes, I know the gameplay from the side is not the best, but it's what I had to do because I actually had to sit right in front of it because I don't use a controller, I use a keyboard and mouse. Otherwise, I would sit off to the side and let you guys have the front view. But this screen is also IPS, so there really isn't any color, like anything messing with the colors of the screen by having something off to the side like that. Overall, for the price that I paid for this monitor, it's an insanely good monitor. Now, you do get a little bit of tilt. I don't remember off the top of my head what it is. I want to say it's 5 degrees that you can rotate it down and 15 degrees up. There is no swivel or height adjustment though, but it does sit at a pretty good height, so I'm not complaining there. The monitor does have a decent amount of wobble though, if you decide to tap one of the corners to check it out, or if you're not on the most stable of tables, which I actually am on a pretty heavy desk, so that's not a big problem for me. But for some people, I could see that being a little bit of an issue, that the monitor does tend to wobble a decent amount. So if you're really worried about that, I would tend to get a VESA mount for it, which I know it's not 100 millimeter by 100 millimeter. I want to say it's 90 millimeter by 90 millimeter, but I could be wrong. I know it was on the box. I just don't remember the stuff that was on the box off the top of my head, and I don't have the box right here when I'm recording this. But overall, monitor is very good, and the matte finish actually does not bother me as much as I thought it would. Since I did increase the vibrance a ton in the NVIDIA control panel, the colors look very good. Everything's vibrant. Everything's very visible. And especially if you're doing something like video editing as well, having an ultrawide is absolutely amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Overall, I would very much say that I would recommend this monitor, but I would not necessarily recommend it at full MSRP because that seems fairly expensive, but that could just be me not being able to see the ultra-wide stuff is still kind of new, and of course it's going to be more expensive than just running out and getting like a normal 1920 by 1080 monitor, which is like a normal 16 by 9 ultra-wide that you'd see, or not ultra-wide, widescreen that you would see. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.